how is Rich Factory able to separate itself from everybody else? Because me, I can spot a Rich Factory piece, eh?
Yeah.
I really can.
That's what I'm hoping for, that people can spot a Rich Factory piece, because I think, I don't want to be shady, but a lot of people are kind of doing it very generically.
Yeah.
And for me, African print it's not a trend. I've been working with print since like 2007, and only because that's when I learned how to sew. Also in the structure that we do with African print, I think that makes us different.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you studied.
I studied fashion.
You studied fashion.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Have you graphic design or any other form of design?
We did a little bit of graphic design as it was a course which I really enjoyed. I didn't get to do it once I left, mainly because I learned on that big Mac. Yeah. So when you're doing your graphic design on there, everything is so much easier. And then when you have your laptop, it's like a Microsoft laptop. Everything changes. So now I'm trying to get back into that. The one thing we didn't do though is nothing business related. So you are studying in the creative field, and literally you have to go make your own job when you get out there, but they never taught us anything along those lines.
Do you find that strange that they never introduced the business side of things?
Yeah. I find that extremely annoying, and it's something I actually did a little elevator pitch to Naledi Pando yesterday about it, because I just don't get it. It's creatively, you need to go out there and make even things like marketing we never learned.
Yeah.
Because I need to get out there and market my product.
Yeah,
things like that. They just don't teach you enough to make it a career.
Do you think it's because like these schools, creative schools, are geared towards making you go and work for specific agencies who handle all of that stuff, so the work actually never belongs to you, so they don't cater to freelancers?
They definitely don't. But the other thing is, I know they're catering to those people, but the jobs aren't there. Because I know, like, say, a lot of people went to work for Edcon, but then literally Edcon, say, has 10 jobs. Then how many fashion schools are there in Africa? I mean, in South Africa, and we're all graduating. So then there was Edcon, and then there was, what's called the one with Vertigo in them. So those are the two places people could go work, but that's it. Yeah.
But what were your influences then growing up?
Funny enough, I wanted to study animation, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
But like, how do you, if you're in Polokwane, like, how do you, where do you see, is it just watching cartoons where you're like, you want to do that?
There used to be that cartoon Totally Spies, or whatever it was, and it was these hot little chicks, and they were, fighting crime. So that's what I wanted to do. And then I used to read, there was this magazine, True Love Babe.
Yeah.
My sister used to model, so she always used to send me, she was always in it, she used to send them to me from Cape Town. And they ran a competition for AAA.
Yep.
And it was for that. Then I saw, okay, there's a name to it. It's animation, but definitely in Polokwane there was nothing like that. Like even the fashion designer thing. I thought, I'm gonna do this, but I know I'm probably gonna end up just being in the garage in a small town.
Yeah.
And I was cool with that. And then only when I really, actually, like literally, like 2 years ago, I was like, oh shit, this is actually a career.
Is this the only thing you do though? Or do you have other business ventures?
So I literally have like 14 businesses I'm working on right now.
Is that literally?
Literally. I put it into a presentation, and I blame it on a spiritual awakening I'm going through. But the way my ideas work is I get an idea and then I get 10 ideas that go with it. So now I've put them on paper, and this is only recently because I was in this trap of I'm a fashion designer. And I put myself in that box, but there's so many other things I'm interested in, which is like filmmaking and documentaries, and I'm a very big storyteller. I don't know if you'll ever see when I post something, my caption is like the longest, because I'm interested in storytelling. And then I'm also interested in getting creatives together and writing books. So there's just a lot of very different businesses that I'm working on.
That's amazing, man, because I mean, I often find myself in the same trap. I do comedy, you know me for doing comedy, but my interests are so wide. But it's society does that weird thing where they brainwash you. Like you can't be good at more than one thing.
Yeah.
But who decides?
And I think, funny enough, creatives are good at a lot of things, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think I don't know why, we kind of just thought we have to be in that one box.
Yeah.
I think it's a school thing also. I don't know. And also because I think a lot of the time we're taught that creatives are scatterbrains.
Yes.
So you kind of have to focus in on one thing to be successful at that, I think.
So all 14 of these ventures, you just find ways to make all of them tie together.
Like I said, so one thing comes into the other.
Okay.
So it's things like identifying the facts. So now I want to really get involved in education.
Yeah.
And it's funny that another thing I wanted to do when I was younger was I was really interested in politics, but I blacked that out for at least like 8 years now. So I'm just thinking if I do get into the education side of things, I might have to take it to the basics, which is some kind of politics.
Do you feel like there's I personally don't, that there are enough platforms for creatives to speak about creativity and to share?
Not at all. Maybe they are, but I never hear about them. And I'm like on social media looking for these things.
Yeah.
And then I always randomly see it. And then the people I see attending, it's always the same people.
Yeah.
Like, guys, why aren't you putting us on? Why aren't you sharing it in your feed and saying this is happening? Like, I went to Basha Huru and I shared it in my feed. Like, guys, come through. It's free.
Yeah.
Come through. Yeah, so I don't know. I think the platforms are out there. People are trying to do it, but I don't know if they're just not connecting to the right people. Or also, I think a lot of the time it's a poster, and then they don't really share what happens so that we can see. And then like, okay, next one, I need to go. All you know is your flyer, and that's gone.
One of the reasons why we're doing this show, I wanted to put people on who, one, would never normally put in the category of creative. The weird thing about that word in South Africa, I've found, if you say creative, people think you draw, or you paint, or you take pictures.
Yeah.
But then when you go, oh no, but what about fashion designers?
Yeah.
Or what about let's find something else. What about a b-boy or a DJ, whatever.
Yeah.
That's creativity. Even business people, you know. I think that word hasn't been opened up enough.
I agree with you, and even like I was in that trap of I'm a fashion designer, so I forgot I'm a creative. But it was like now it's fancy dinners and all of that. Yeah, and you forget that what you like out of it is that you're an artist at the end of the day. So even in your clothing, it's not that you're looking for the most high class kind of like elegant thing. You're just trying to create.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's a form of expression or communication, and I do these talks with young kids, a masterclass where I talk about how you always feel like you're stuck because and you're trying to come up with the next big original idea, but you say everything's been done. There is no original idea.
Yeah.
People have pulled sources from wherever, but it's people who've been smart enough to pull enough sources and blend together inspirations to make something original. What do you think is missing, though, in the South African creative narrative? What do you want to see more of? Let me put it that way. What do you want to see more of?
I would love to see more collaboration, not necessarily between big brands and creatives, between creatives and creatives. Because, for instance, I don't know, I had a talk with a guy who does film, and I do fashion, and we can see how we can blend that together. Because normally when you get a brief from a corporate, there's so many things limiting you. I think another thing that's missing in the creative industry, which I'm starting to see a little bit of, is people investing in themselves. A lot of the time people are waiting for somebody to come and invest in them when they can put the money together. You can put a team together that, guys, look, I'm bringing this, you're bringing this, let's do something. So I think if people can start owning it and doing more for themselves, we're going to go far.